This is Craig West. This is an explanation of the IONIC-REACT-bio repo. Basically, it is based on a course in Udemy about using IONIC 5 with REACT and Capacitor to create one code base to deploy progressive web apps, iOS or Android apps, or even Electron desktop apps. In the repo here, it is the standard build. I've added the service-worker.js as recommended, and I've also registered the service worker so we can get progressive web app performance. If we go into here and if we now open up the app itself, biorhythm calculator, notice how up here we got that install. So if we want to install the home icon to the desktop, we can do that. And if we look at the desktop now, we will see that now we have that app available as a desktop application, or if it's on your mobile phone, it will be a home icon there. I'm going to now remove all of this. So if we go up here, once again, is if we go into the app itself, and if we go into F12, we can see in the application, for example, if we refresh the page, we will see now the service worker has installed through Workbox all the files it needs so that it can do offline access. If we go online to offline, we can refresh the page. So let's just go back online. Let's just select a birth date. Done. We get our graph here. If we refresh the page, we come down to here and we can see it there. We can see that once again, the birth date is saved. What we'll do now is open up a new tab and see how that works. So we'll come into here, put it back there. So it's recorded in local storage just as part of the application. In local storage, it saves the birth date for future use. Now if we go to network and go offline, we can see we can refresh it and the app works offline. So we can change a birth date, for example, down here. Scroll up, 1998. It will recalculate. If we go into application, 19/7/11, yep, the date's been changed in there. We can reload it and we're still offline and it works. Now with this code base, we can use Capacitor to create an iOS and Android code base, and what it will do is they can be then converted into apps. The way it works is actually it uses the web view for mobiles and basically runs the web app within a web view within a native app. So we can deploy that to Apple Store or to Android Google Play, and with that it will work just as effectively as a native app, possibly a tiny bit slow, but very rarely, only unless there's very heavy calculations. And it means that we can then add in all the plugins of camera, GPS, file share, all of those other things, which will be in a later project. But this is just an initial view of how the IONIC 5 REACT Capacitor stack can basically use the platform to create apps anywhere, whether desktop, iOS, Android or PWA.